Most homeowners make a mistake right here that absolutely kills their resale value. If you don't handle this transition between your drywall and the shower surround correctly, you're going to end up with a massive, ugly hump in the wall that no amount of paint can hide. Today, I'm showing you the pro secret to getting a dead flat finish without the nightmare of shimming out your entire bathroom. First thing to note, I'm measuring down to the edge of the flange, not the top of the shower. A flange is the flat perimeter rim of the shower unit that sits directly against the wall studs, acting as a fastening strip to secure the surround and a watertight lip for the drywall to overlap or butt against. We are butting against it. This is going to leave a gap about 1 inch to 1 1/8 wide. Now don't be alarmed, that gap is intentional. We're actually engineering a trough here. It turns a frustrating install into a 5-minute job, and it's the secret to keeping the wall perfectly flat later on. The fire code for drywall in this apartment building is 5/8, just 1/8 of an inch thicker than your typical 1/2-inch drywall. But what a difference it makes in strength. Why is 5/8 or 16mm rock so much harder to snap? It comes down to shear strength and core density. Type X drywall isn't just thicker, it's packed with glass fibers and unexpanded vermiculite for fire retardation. Even though it's only an extra 1/8 of an inch, that thickness increases the moment of inertia in the board, meaning it resists bending significantly more than standard 1/2 inch. When you're trying to snap a narrowed rip like this, there simply isn't enough leverage to overcome that internal reinforcement. You have to score deep into the core repeatedly just to force a clean break. It's a workout, but it's the price you pay for a 1-hour fire rating and superior soundproofing. You'll notice I'm leaving a 1/2 inch gap at the floor here. It's actually a code requirement in most areas. Drywall is like a giant sponge. If your bathroom ever floods, that gap prevents water from wicking up into the core and rotting your walls from the inside out. Now, because I'm working with limited material, I've got an extra seam to deal with. To get this tight, I'm using a little installer's trick. I start one screw halfway into the left side and another on the right. This gives me 2 handles to lift the piece up until it's snug against the sheet above it. Once it's seated tight, I can hold the left side steady while I sink the right screw home. It's a quick way to get a perfect, tight joint even when you're working solo. I'm working my way around the surround now, and luckily, the top measurement was consistent the whole way through. That let me cut one long, continuous rip and then just cross-cut my individual lengths as I went. But when I hit this right side, I noticed a problem. There was 0 backing behind the flange. To kill any potential movement, I decided to wedge a thin strip of rock back there. It was a tight fit, so I used this trick. I got the piece started, then took a flat-edge scrap to use as a driver. By pivoting the top corner and whacking the edge of the scrap, you can wedge that strip behind the flange without crushing the drywall core. It seats it perfectly flush. With that secured, the wall is rock solid, and I'm ready to move on to splicing in the bullnose. Take your time lining up that corner bead if you're splicing like me. Otherwise, you're better off just hanging a fresh piece. For some reason, I had to grab 3-inch screws to get this bullnose to bite into the flange. Just make sure it's fastened tight. If there's any play in that bead now, it's guaranteed to move and crack your finish later. And that's the wrap on the hanging phase. By using the trough method instead of shimming, we've kept this wall dead flat and ready for the next stage. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the taping portion of this project. I'll be showing you exactly how to use fiberglass mesh and hot mud to grow those interlocking crystals we talked about, effectively welding this drywall to the shower with a joint that won't shrink or crack. See you in the next one.